Hi. Okay, so I'm just going to make this bigger. I hope that my connection is going to work now. I kind of had a little, looks like I'm running. Yay! So I tried this before and it didn't work. So I'm so excited to actually be back and it looks like it actually is working. Yay! Wi-Fi connection is sometimes a little difficult when you're traveling. So I'm currently in Bulgaria and I've had an amazing day walking around the old town. Sometimes I do get a day off from work, which is nice. And so today was one of those days. And I have a little story to tell you, and I'm so excited about telling you this story because I know that it will probably, yeah, mean so much to the community. And I just felt like it was something that really struck me today. So I was having lunch at this gorgeous little restaurant with this beautiful like marine kind of like decorations and stuff, and I was just sitting there like pondering and contemplating on different pieces of my money story that I've shifted in these past few years. And there was this one story that came through and I was like, oh my gosh, I had completely forgotten about this. And it was a story from when I must have been maybe 14 or 15, something like that. And my best friends and we had just made this amazing choreography, and we were going to present it at the final year gala. And it was a trio. It was beautiful. We just had like the setting. It was perfect. Like all the moves. It was just so amazing, right? Like a bit of a like feminine kind of dance, a little it was just like we were so excited about this. I think this was probably like one of the first group choreographies that I did when I was very young. And so I was obviously super excited about this, that a dance teacher even let us do it, and that she liked it so much that we were actually allowed to present it at the final year gala, which was like so exciting. But then we had like a little issue. We had this issue with our costume, right? Like we were like, it's such a feminine dance, and we really wanna, set the way we were seeing it. It was like this romantic kind of setting, and we needed a costume that would go with it. And so my best friend and we just went into town, and we were just looking for different dresses and different things. And so we saw lots of different dresses, but none of the dresses really had that vibe that we really wanted to have. Like we just needed a dress that was a little swingy, but not too much, not too many frills, but it shouldn't also be too simple. It should have something, like something elegant about it. And so we walked into this store. It was a store that had lots of different dresses, but they were a little bit more pricey. And we were like, yeah, let's just go in and, just to get ideas. We're not going to buy anything because we can't afford it. So we walk in, and of course, there is the dress hanging. It was perfect. It was, it had like little flowers on it, but when you actually looked far away from it, it was like a little pinkish because it was like cream with these like pink sort of flowers, like ornamentations. And we tried it on, and the thing is, like, our costume run was actually quite a challenge because we all had different sizes and all had different like heights as well. So it wasn't easy to find something that would actually suit the three of us. And so there we go, and that dress was just like perfect on all of us, right? And we were like, oh no, and it's so expensive, like what are we going to do? It's just such a pricey one. And then this whole thing like rippled in, and we were like, well, we spent so much time making this choreography. We put so much of our energy in, and it's perfect. Like the music, everything is just gorgeous, right? And here's the dress that we actually like would really be the one. Like we saw lots of other dresses, but that was the dress that we wanted to get. And I know it wasn't that expensive back then, but for us, for our little like teeny pockets, it was huge. And so I remember going back home that day and feeling, a little sad and a little anxious and devastated as well, because I really like I knew that we needed to get that dress. There was no other way we could get another one. And, you know, like the show was about to happen in a couple of days, and there was like this little pressure around it, right? And I remember that night I got home and I was, you know, telling my mom about it, and I was like, Mom, you know, like when we found the dress and it's so beautiful, but it's really expensive and we don't really know what to do. And, you know, and I was just wanted to ask you, like, I will do all the house chores this week and I will do all the things, but can you please, 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 like, you know, like help me to just buy that dress. And I remember, you know, it being a thing of, really, you really want to have it, you know, and it's just like, you know, when you're a teenager and you're sitting there and you're like, come on, please, Mom, like, please, 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 just say yes, please, just say yes, just say yes, please, just say yes. And honestly, I was a pretty good manifester back then already, but obviously I didn't know all of the things about these, about the energy. But what it was just, it just meant so much to me, right? And it wasn't only that it meant so much to me, it was the whole lineup. It was the whole energy that we had already invested into this piece. And it meant so much to us because it was our first dance show that we were getting to, you know, and we actually would get to perform it on stage, right? And then we found the perfect costume for it, right? And I remember my mom kind of like rolling her eyes and like, all right, then you can get it, you know, like, and I was like, yes, 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 yes. I was just jumping all over the house, like so happy that I could get it. And I think for my friends back then, it wasn't such a big deal because their parents were a little bit more wealthy, and it was just like, yeah, well, it was maybe a bit more pricey, but for us, it was a huge stretch that month, right? And I know that, you know, I was feeling all the anxiety. I was feeling all this, oh my gosh, what if it doesn't happen? What if it doesn't happen? What am I going to tell my friends? What is this? You know, like all the scenarios were just running through my mind, right? And so I was so happy that that we were able to, yeah, eventually perform with these 3 gorgeous dresses, and it looked amazing, like with all the lights and everything. We had so many compliments after the show, and everybody was like, oh my gosh, and you made this dance, and we were just like literally boiling up in pride, right? Boiling up in pride and in joy and in bliss and in ecstaticness, right? And I remember that dress, you know, it was just such an important piece. It was like the cherry on top of the cake, you know. And on top of that, we were able to pull it in, you know. It's like it was a divine creation for that moment. And so, yeah, I was just sitting there thinking about this story and going, oh my gosh, like I had no idea what was really behind all of this, right? What was really behind all of this. It wasn't about the money. It wasn't about the dress. It wasn't about anything that I thought it was. This was about divine creation. And divine creation comes in such a way where it just wants to be beautiful. It wants to go into perfection all the way, and not perfection from that, you know, like mindset. It's like the perfection of things falling into place naturally and organically. And so I got up, you know, from my restaurant seat and, you know, had a little wander around town, and I had spotted this one shop that I really wanted to go into because I could see from far away that this is not like your typical tourist shop. It's like, you know, they have a little bit better quality things. And literally I walked in there with the same mindset of, yeah, let's just see what happens, you know, like I'm just going to walk in just for fun, just for the thrill, just to see. And I was like picking different things, and like there was nothing that was my size. Like they were all big sizes, too big, too small. This didn't fit, like it was too long. This was all the things. And the lady was like trying to help me, and I could feel that she was getting nervous as the time was passing by, because I was like literally all the things I was picking that I really liked, there was like not my size. And then she picks this dress out, and I was like, oh my gosh, I wanna see that. Like the fabric felt so good right away, and I put it on, and it was a little tight, so I couldn't fully close it. And I said to her, like, do you have my size? And it was hilarious. I was like, she's gonna say no again. You know, it's just like, this is gonna be another one again, you know, like this thing. And I was like, really, and then she's like, oh, I think I still have it, I think it's on the mannequin, and like she starts like, like she disappears for a couple of minutes, and I, in the meantime I was trying all the other things, and again, like nothing was really fitting, and she comes back like with sparkles in her eyes. And then she brings me the dress in my size, and I try it on, and there it is. This is my new dress. And it's amazing. It's like one of these like floaty dresses, and it was just so perfect because I was, it's only now that I was about to make this video that I was, wanted to talk about the dress, that I realized, oh my gosh, like this was the day that I remembered that dress, and I actually ended up buying a dress that fits perfectly, and it's gorgeous, and it's like the next level thing, right? And I feel like for us ladies, when we really go and invest our money and we really buy things from that high vibration of playfulness, of joy, of celebration, of curiosity, and like, let's just see what this is going to bring, it brings in an energetic vibe that is just beyond amazing, right? And I truly feel that, like, I think what really touches me with this is that back then I was, obviously like, please, 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 mom, let me have it, right? And now it's like, yeah, I can just get it. Like, it's a little bit more out of my price range, but I'm still going to get it because I know what this dress stands for. And I feel like that's the investments that I keep making. It's like the investments that I bring them in, I tap into the vibe, and I know this is my next level, and I get to have it, and it doesn't feel a stress. It feels perfect. It feels divine. It's like just a little beyond my comfort zone, but I can handle it, right? And it's like there's so much more beyond this. And it feels amazing, and I just feel the celebration, and I feel how money really wants to be there for me. Money really wants to be there and support my vision. It wants to drape me in beautiful clothing. It wants me to have the fullest experience ever. It wants me to have that, unraveled robe of like floatiness and lightness, and it feeling amazing all the way through. And I truly believe like that's the perfection that we're going into. I had some beautiful conversations with some women today, and we were talking about some mind-blowing things. Like, I love the women in my community. Like, they're just beyond, they're so smart, incredible women, super powerful. They know exactly what they want. They have this vision, and it's like there is a level of embodiment where you're tapping into the experience of your vision. And the more you're tapping into the experience of your vision, and you're having that activated awareness around who you are becoming on your way there, right? Like, you have a vision, you have your dream, but you're not going to crush your alignment in order to either get rid of feelings that you don't want to feel, or to receive validation for a shortcoming, right? It's like you're seeing the bigger picture, and you're going to get there, and you're having the awareness of the person that you are becoming every moment, right? On your step there, on your way there, on your journey there, and you're seeing how the universe is rearranging things. You're seeing how things are coming in at the right time, and it's like always a little stretch above your comfort zone, but never too much that it actually, fires out or fires your nervous system in such a way where you're getting entangled in the survival mechanisms. And I feel like that's where these women are really stretching themselves into. It's like they're buying the dress, right? Like, they're investing their energy in the things that they really want to have. With that, with that awareness, it is a little bit above my comfort zone, but that's just because I am becoming this version. And as I'm becoming this version, there's this alignment that's coming in, right? And it's like you're radiating, you're magnetizing your things in from your feminine radiance, and the magnetism is occurring outside in your external reality, because the divine masculine is wanting to come through, right? He's wanting to come in, and he's wanting you to have the things in alignment without crushing yourself, without crushing the pieces that are really important for your next path and the next step. And it's amazing when that occurs, because this is really where you're slowly healing your nervous system. You're not going, into this frantic energy of, I have to resolve this now, I have to heal this right here, right now, I have to do as much work as possible, like as much spiritual work as possible. It's like, no, you're leaning back and you're allowing things to flow in as they come, right? And it's like a very different scenario from which you're operating, because you're really seeing the pieces of the puzzle coming in, and it's like every time those pieces are coming in, there's a new gateway opening inside you, so that you can first of all receive it, and you get to keep it. You get to keep it as your next level, right? Is when when we overstretch ourselves constantly, or when we're reacting from that place of needing to validate a feeling, or a nervous anxiety quickly, it's like very difficult for things to start moving, because it's like I feel like it's like you're hijacking your alignment, right? You're forcing things into being that are not really meant to be yet. And it doesn't mean that you're never going to get there. It's simply that you're leaning back into that feminine essence, fully receiving, fully allowing things to flow in your own divine timing. And so that own divine timing, yes, sure, it's going to be uncomfortable. There's going to be a level of, oh my gosh, I've never done this before. I don't know how it feels. It'll feel a little numb in the beginning, but it's never going to feel that overstretched, so that you're actually activating your nervous system to react into survival mechanisms, right? And I feel like that's it's the art. It really is the art of living in your divinity and living in your alignment, where you can monitor and sense how much is too much and how much is actually that exact piece that I can actually have now. And it's really wonderful. It feels so wonderful to see that when women are tapping into this. And so, I hope this was inspirational for you. I hope that you're doing amazing wherever you are in the world. I love you so much. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for your time. And I'm so excited. All right, my love. I'll speak to you soon. Oh, Sandra, I'm so happy. I'm so happy to hear that, that this is exactly how you feel. This is wonderful. Sending you so much love. Yay! Bye, beautiful goddesses. Love you so much.